Porsha ready to steal somebody else's husband. Yours? Yours? Sweetie me again. Sweetie me again. Record that. Record that. Then also, who else do we have? There's a new girl named Angela Oakley. Now I don't know Angela, but I hear her husband is everything. I hear her husband is everything. I hear her husband is everything. I just feel like, even though you may not be married, it's just some things are just common sense of how to behave around a married couple. And for me, I don't even like to stand and look someone's husband eye to eye and carry on more than a 3-minute conversation. So when we go to exchange telephone numbers, like I was telling somebody the other day, every type of communication that you have with this couple needs to go through the wife. You should know that at some point in your life. And if you overstep that boundary, then your intentions were wrong from the beginning.
What's up, my Finna loves? It's Miss Finna D coming to you all from Entertainment News. Now, last night and very early morning, should I say, when most of you were still sleeping, I broke the story about Porsha airport situation. And I'm going to include what I said happened in the beginning. And then I did promise in that video that, hey, this story is still developing. Once we find out what exactly happened, I will come back with an update. So here I am back with that update. So let's start from the beginning, and then I'm going to give you all the update in the middle. Let's get into it. Child People Magazine, November 17, 2025, 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when this article was published. Title: Porsha Williams escorted off Delta flight by police, FBI investigating. Alright, so let's get into this article, child. Hot mess, Porsha. What done happened, girl? Porsha Williams was reportedly escorted off a Delta Airlines flight on Sunday, November 16. So this happened on Sunday, and all of that happened, and she went and did that post because she knew, I guess, this was coming. The Federal Bureau of Investigation of Atlanta is now investigating the incident. The reality star was seen walking out of the gate with an officer who she spoke with briefly after getting off the plane, according to TMZ. FBI Atlanta is aware of incident on a Delta flight on November 16th, allegedly involving Porsha Williams and or at least one other person. A spokesperson for FBI Atlanta told the outlet, "We are looking to see whether any federal charges may or may not apply." A Delta representative confirmed that 2 passengers were involved and that the flight continued and landed in Atlanta as scheduled, according to TMZ. The nature of the incident is not known. And now we know what happened. So Porsha's lawyer released a statement that Porsha was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger, okay? And basically saying that Porsha did not provoke this person, did not do anything, and this person just randomly saw Porsha and decided to go off on Porsha. The passenger then proceeded to make false allegations that were in direct conflict with observations from several eyewitnesses, okay? As with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft, federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses occurred. And the lawyer continued, Porsha has every intention of cooperating with law enforcement to whatever extent necessary and remains confident that the passenger will be charged. And now that we are all caught up, let's get into the body cam of Porsha explaining her side and the passenger explaining her side.
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone and the volume was up on the phone, and she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I said,
"So you listen to what?
Am I gonna make her listen to my phone?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said,
This is before we took off.
yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when it happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was, okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
But you were texting me. When people
Okay, I
were still
couldn't
boarding.
tell.
Okay.
So she was like, you know, are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time? I said, well, do you want to? And she said, no. I said, well, it was a nicer way to say that. And she said, bitch, you don't tell me bitch. And I was like,
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened.
I'm so sorry.
It's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to help
Yeah, you were sitting near us?
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The
Yeah.
woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Yeah.
And was doing things that were completely kidding
She was.
you.
She started
I'm
screaming.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming she's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit
I mean,
you.
you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Oh, okay. Can I get your information? Can you get her information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
it.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You saw everything happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy's seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You
it.
didn't touch her.
She's screaming. You hit me in my face.
I can tell
said
you.
I
I
hit
can
in
tell
your
you.
face.
She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
Say,
Okay. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good, sir, and you?
Good. I'm Officer Brewman. I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personal.
think it's proper to retell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private, sir.
Okay.
This is an assault
okay. You
matter.
want to come over?
Yes.
It's,
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board, she said, I'm in that seat. I said, no problem. I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, am I going to have to listen to that the whole time? And she said, do you like it? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me. I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy. On and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone. And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And
So
I'm 70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your
You're
hand.
damn right she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right. Can you?
Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
So can you do me a favor? Can you write me a statement of what happened?
I certainly can. I have it written down in my phone.
Can you just jot it down on this bit of paper? You want to sit somewhere private over here?
All of Porsha's previous fights and incidents being flashed on screen doesn't mean I believe or agree with what the lady is saying. You clearly saw people who were on the plane say, Porsha didn't touch her, that didn't happen, all of that. I was only flashing those on the screen because of the comments and people who were like, oh, this is Porsha behavior, quick to basically drag her due to her past history. Now, like I said, it's he said, she said, they said, whatever. So I'm sure once they review the actual footage, then they can decide if charges will be, filed and all of that. Now, yes, I do agree there's a nicer way to communicate with people and say things, but Porsha, girl, come on. Not everyone on the plane wants to hear what's going on in your phone. Does that mean the lady was right for becoming disrespectful or whatever she did? No, but imagine paying for first class or wherever they were sitting. You're like, yes, I'm finally on this plane. I'm about to close my eyes, get some sleep. I'm about to relax. And then someone is opening Instagram from BravoCon with the loud noise and all of that. Now, what should have happened is after asking Porsha calmly and nicely, which Porsha is saying that didn't happen, if Porsha then, continue to ignore you and play the loud noises and videos and things from whatever BravoCon, whatever she was doing, and you felt disrespected, then you put your hands and talk to the flight attendant. Okay, hey, can you give her a headset since she won't ask you or for it? I'm just trying to relax, and the loud noise and all of that. That's what you do. You don't go allegedly yelling, screaming, pointing finger in her face, vice versa, whatever they said happened. So she's wrong for doing that if, everything Porsha says she did happen. Especially with the way how the other lady came off the plane. She was shaking, her voice was cracking, almost like, oh my gosh, it was a carrying situation, coming for the black woman. You could see she was like just shocked that all of that happened. So absolutely wrong, okay? Wrong on all levels. We shall see. However, if you don't have your headset on the phone, but you desperately needs to watch something, ask them for one or put it on low. Because like I said, not everyone wants to hear whatever you have going on loudspeaker. And learning how to be kind and talking to each other in a respectful way is also very important, because I'm sure that situation could have been easily resolved. Can you please lower it? But then again, people are thinking, why should I have to tell a grown woman what to do? You really think I want to hear whatever that's going on your phone? And you heard Porsha. She said, I asked the lady, oh, did you want to watch it or hear it? Girl, now really? Regardless, hopefully they can do the investigation and all of this will be resolved, because that lady is saying she was assaulted. She's pressing charges. She's like, Porsha was going to kill me. I have to, because YouTube is sensitive. Like, this is too much. And that's why I'm saying I'm waiting for more information, because we've seen this before. I mean, they will yell, cry, scream, say you're about to take their life just for you to see the footage, and they were the aggressor, okay? So I get it. Porsha have a history, but let's watch it play out and then see what happens. Because at this point, Porsha said what happened. She had witnesses. The lady said what happened, and she says she also have witnesses. So FBI, whoever, go ahead and do your job and drop the actual footage. Or we don't need to see it. Do your investigation and then come out and basically say, who's right and who's wrong, and we're all going to move forward. But like I said, this is a hot mess, and I'm wishing all of you well, and take care.
My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.